and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Thursday. Happy Juneteenth. Yeah, we're going to have to remember that now because, well, everything's closed. Well, I don't know. Wall Street's closed. I think the banks are closed. Some other places, I'm sure, right, on the holiday list of things that are closed today. But happy Juneteenth out there to everybody. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. I will tell you, obviously, no data. Right, nothing to talk about. We were talking yesterday. The Fed met. The Fed did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Absolutely nothing. They dot plot, depending on who plotted what. It's somewhere between one or two cuts between now and the end of the year. And there will be. As I continue to tell you, there will be rate cuts. But it's not going to be because they want there to be rate cuts. Everybody's worried about war. Reports that, I guess, last night that President Trump has authorized a strike on Iran, but hasn't done it yet. There was a strike on an Israeli hospital, broad daylight, actually. And I know that Israel bombed a nuclear facility, and it sounds really good, but not really. This facility was dismantled and was incapable of producing any weapons-grade plutonium at all. Matter of fact, they filled it all up with cement. Now, Iran, along with China, was working on producing electricity at this plant. I don't know how far along they were because I'm like, wow, you're going to strike. Like, does that mean, like, Fukushima type stuff's going to happen? And also, I had to dig into it a little bit because you never get that on the news cycle, right? You just get they bombed a nuclear facility, and you don't know what does that mean, right? Was it obviously not the place where Israel claims Iran is trying to develop a nuclear weapon, right? That's the one they say they need the U.S. and their B-52 and the big bunker bomber. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I know this. It's right now causing the price of oil to continue to go higher. I mean, the oil was at like $77, $78 yesterday. So get ready. I guess the relief at the pump's going to come to an end. But we'll see what happens, right? We have no idea. Jay Powell, I thought, was okay yesterday in his press conference. It came up about the president's derogatory comments, and Jay Powell answered it better this time. He didn't get all perturbed. He says, I'm just focused on doing my job. That's it. That's all I care about. And that was kind of the end of it. Having said that, you know this is all a distraction, right? We got big, big problems that need to be dealt with. Keep telling you, it's frustrating because you have an opportunity to get really cheap gold and silver. That window is going to close very, very quickly. And I know, and it's so funny. You're like, what? Cheap? What are you talking about cheap? It's expensive. No, you haven't seen expensive. But it is coming and coming very, very quickly. By the way, the Social Security Administration listed their, came out with their annual deal. All right, we're going to run out of money now and earlier. depleted in 2033 now, right? And of course, it's 1 year less than it was last year. Unfortunately, you know what they didn't tell you? That Medicare and Medicaid run out of money first. I've been telling you that. Someone actually brought it up. Finally, somebody did it on Market Watch, but it was one of these articles. They want you to pay for it. Right? Yeah, I'm not paying for it. I don't need to pay for it. I already know. This is how bad they don't want you to really know what's going to happen. We're out of time. Think about it. We're halfway through 2025. Best case scenario. Best case. Because this is best case, believe me, is 2033. That's best case. We won't get to 2030. Just telling you. Then what? What are we going to do? I got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. We're just going to keep printing the debt because that's the only thing they know how to do. When we get back, we're going to spend some time, a longer time, digging into TEXIT and why I think it matters a lot. We'll be back. 800-951-0592, Joe and Jason. Markets are closed today for the Juneteenth holiday. Breaking news. Apparently, the United States is now asking Ukraine to stop hitting Russian energy production. Ooh. I guess that means we're going to bomb Iran. I don't know. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. Hey, but we can't have both of them having problems. I don't know. You guys decide. I've given you the number. 800-951-0592. Take the time. Be smart here. By the way, the Silver Spectacular, it's gone. It's gone. Not a surprise, though. Great job for the congratulations to those of you that did it. Remember, just remember, I'm telling you what's going to happen. I've been telling it to you for 20 years. This is a cycle that I've never seen. I guess I would liken it to the 70s. I guess. I don't know. I was a kid. It's just, there's no good answer. I continue to tell you there's no good answer. Look at Social Security. Here's the best case. You know what's so funny in the report? You know what they did say? By the way, they mentioned we didn't factor in the deportations and the effect that it will have on Social Security. Here's the one thing about the people that are here illegally working, and there's millions of them. Millions. How many millions? I don't know, 10, 20. There's millions of them. They've got somebody's Social Security number. Whose? I don't know. In the report, the Social Security Administration admits this will have a significant impact on the number. So they said 2033 without that, right? And now they're saying, well, by the way, what is that another year? Is that 2032? Is that 2031? Right? How big of a problem is it? On top of that, they also did acknowledge, well, Medicaid and Medicare are going to run out first. And why do I say that's important? Because normally what we see them do is instead of, because, raise tax, look at, nobody in their will talk about raising a tax. They just don't want to. I'm going to promise you, in 5 years from now, taxes are going to be so much higher because they have to be. Not because they want, just so you know. But they like to play a game. Well, we'll just take some of the money from Social Security, give it to Medicare and Medicaid. Well, we try to figure out something. Because, Congress, look, we still have no budget. We have no debt ceiling. We have no big, beautiful bill. They've done nothing. Yeah. You got less than 5 years. Just saying. You may want to call. Do you know the number? Do you not know the number? Is my phone broken? Is it broke? 800-951-0592. I am shocked. I'll be honest. I'm shocked. Because I know you guys aren't this dumb. I know it. It's crazy what they're doing financially. Listen, this is not in any economics book. Why do you think all of a sudden cryptocurrencies are a big thing now? Why do you think that is? Have you figured it out? I was slow too, I admit it. I mean, I still think Bitcoin was created by the government. No one's going to convince me otherwise. But you need to have the gold and silver for whatever you've already earned. And then you need to figure out, how am I going to out-earn the taxes that are coming, the inflation? Listen, I know. They want to sit there and tell you there's no inflation. What a bunch of crap. You know that's crap. You know it. Stop lying to yourself. What is inflation? It's the printing of money. It's the printing of money. Are they going to stop printing money? Are they going to print less money? No. What's their plan? Well, we'll just print more. Here's what's happening. We're going broke. Everybody knows it. I told you about the central bank report yesterday. Have you seen such a thing? Every central bank, well, it was only 95%, said, yeah, hey, I want to hold less dollars in the next 5 years. And of that 95%, like, what was it, 75% of them said, hey, we're going to do it with gold. Just because, we're not dumb. But then we talk to you about TEXIT. Listen, there's a lot of cryptos out there. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Most of them are going to be worthless. Is TEXIT going to be one of those? I don't think so. Why? Because they do exactly what they say they're going to do. Just this week alone, they came out and added, they have these, I don't know what to call them, containers, for lack of a better word, that they drop 24 L9s in this oil. By the way, that's a pretty big size mine, right? This is not some guy hooking up a couple of things in his garage, right? Then they had a double decker that had 48 of them. Hooked it up. And they show you. They just show it to you right there. Matter of fact, you can go look if you want. Then they started to decentralize the mine this week, just like they said they were. Hundreds and hundreds. It's going to be thousands of mini mines all across the state of Texas. Why does that matter? Well, pretty simple, right? As you know, if you got everything in one place, the power goes out, there's going to be a problem, right? Then, the first of what I call the mega mines will be installed right after the 4th of July. In this, I don't even know how to describe how big of a mine it is. It's huge. By the way, there's going to be 9 of them, all spread out in different parts of Texas. What does that do? Why does that matter? Because it shows everybody in the space how serious this coin really is. It's great that we now have 7,000 miners. That's incredible growth. This was a coin in January. It was 9 cents in January. What is it today? $1.25, $1.30? It was 9 cents in January. By the way, these 9 mega mines, one every other month is going to be installed. Matter of fact, they already got the second location. They already know where it's going to go. They're already getting the land and the power ready. By this time next year, the mine will be able to handle just about anything, all kinds of volume. But not only that, do you know that TEXIT will be one of, if not the largest miner of Lite and Doge coins in the world? Why does that matter? Because it shows the world how big the mine is. Just like they said, do you know that they have a liquidity coin? What does that mean? Yeah, they share it with all of us. If you're a miner in TEXIT, they give you the coin address. It's a link. You just click on it. And it'll sit there and tell you the volume, how much money's on that coin. Do you know that when I started, think about this, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, what is this, week 8, maybe week 7, I can't remember. There was nothing on the liquidity coin. And then it went to 250,000. Then it went to 500,000. Right now, it's at 750,000, and by the end of the month, it'll be at 1 million. Just liquidity, doing nothing. Why? Because it shows the world how serious they are. They're not doing this to do contracts, doing that. They want this to be used like money. Vendors, customers, everybody in the world that will take TEXIT doesn't have to pay credit card fees. Think about it. Why do you think I'm dying to start taking it? Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now, I've been talking to Bobby. Before August rolls around, we'll take TEXIT for gold and silver at Patriot. Why? Cheapest way to do it. You know, I tell you, like we put cash in the bank. Although, you know, I get charged for that. It's not free. Remember when cash, you get a cash discount. What if I pay you in cash? Can I get a discount? Yeah. That's how inexpensive it is. Right? Pennies. Think about right now. All of you know, right? Credit card fee 3%. And they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse, right? The more rewards they give you, the more they charge the retailer, the business. Right? Some of these cards, I'm getting hit at 4%. It's true. TEXIT can do it for pennies. And listen, so can a lot of other cryptos. Right? But what's the difference? I actually get to see it with my own eyes. That's kind of a neat thing. It's the only crypto, still to right now, I still don't know another, that doesn't allow mining outside of the United States. Right now, they don't allow it outside of Texas. I think that may change in the future. We'll see. As far as maybe they'll allow it in the U.S., they're never going to allow it outside of the United States. By the way, all of this news I'm breaking to you, all of this just happened in the last week and a half. We're back. 800-951-0592. If you're just joining us, the markets are closed for the Juneteenth holiday. So we're taking the day here. There's no data out. Wall Street's not running. Nothing's really happening at all today. So we're taking the day to kind of deep dive into TEXIT. And it's unique. It's the only crypto that doesn't allow, not only for foreign miners, doesn't allow for big investors either. The most shares you can buy is what they call nine hash, right? 900 hash. No, some of them call them nodes, right? I don't care what words you use. Each node, each unit is $995. The most you can buy is 9. Right now, they're offering a promotion. If you buy 5 shares, nodes, whatever you want to call them, that's $4,975. They'll give you a 6 share for free. If you buy 9, $8,955. They'll give you 2 shares for free. What does that mean? What does shares mean? It just means you get more coins every day. Every day. I'm holding up my phone every day. I get coins put into my account every day. Yesterday we had a cousin's birthday. So, the whole family gets together. Like I said, I got my whole family in this thing. Sarah's family, we're all in. And I was talking to my niece. And she had signed up, I think she's in her 6th week now. And she did a 3-pack, which was a lot of money for her. She's 25 years old. But and remember, that was when you got buy 3, get 1 free. That's gone. And I said to her, Danny, how many coins do you have? She goes, I've got over 1,000 right now. And I'm like, yeah, so a little over $1,300 that she has. So she put in $2,985. Remember, they tell you, hey, within what was it, Jason? What's the 180 days to 200 days, you'll have made your investment back. Basically 26 weeks, 6 months. In 6 months, no matter what you do, you'll have enough coins that you'll have your money back. And Danny was laughing because she's like, yeah, she goes, I've done the math. She goes, if it gets to $2, I'll have made my money back in 12 weeks.
That's the way it's going to be. And if you're so inclined to sign people up, it's going to be a lot faster if you grow your hash.
Oh, a lot faster, yeah.
The price of the coin going up, it has a dramatic effect on what you have. So getting in is.
But why, Go ahead, Jason.
I was just saying, getting as quick as you can and getting those coins mined is the name of the game. The faster you can get those coins stacked up, especially at the lower price. You know, I came in, my first couple of days when I first got in was 46 cents. Then it quickly went to $1. But, you know, Joe, if you had $10,000 at 50 cents and it goes to the $16 next year, that's $320,000. When it went to $1, just that little bit, that $10,000 in TEXIT coin at $1, it still puts you at 160 grand. But look at how much the gains can be lessened if you don't get in quick, get in early, and start stacking them up, Joe.
Yeah, and remember, the mine doesn't care about the price. It makes the same amount of coins, you know, roughly. It's not always the same because of power and things of that nature, but it doesn't care. You know, I'll use me as an example. Now, Jason, we're oddities. We got a radio show. One of the cool things that they do is if you bring someone else to them, you sign up your wife, your kids, whoever it may be, your buddy, you can earn more shares, more power. And here's the thing. I want to highlight this too. You only can buy 9 shares. That is it. They won't let you buy more. You know how many people are screaming they want to buy more? And the answer is no. Matter of fact, they threw out something on Telegram. Hey, guys, quit trying to be sneaky and trying to buy more mining shares. We know who you are. You can't do that. We're not letting you do it. You have 30 days. So if you wanted to say, okay, well, I don't know. You guys keep talking about it. You won't shut up about it. I don't know how it works, but I'm not going to throw $9,000 at it. Okay, fine. Buy 1 share. Buy 3 shares. Buy 5 shares. Get the 6 free. You have 30 days to upgrade. After the 30 days is over, they don't allow you to buy any more. And then Jason told me something this morning that has me worried. They're talking about getting rid of 1, 2, 3, the ability to buy small amounts of hash. Why? Because they don't need it. I hope that doesn't happen, but that's the talk. Remember, we told you the rewards program, right? It's not as good as it used to be. Why? Because they don't need it. I'll use me as the example, and I'm a bad example because I had a lot of people sign up under me. Now, you know what's happening? I'm not really signing people up anymore. It's people under me signing people up. But right now, in 7 weeks, I've tripled my money. I'm willing to tell you that is the truth. This is something where people can make a life-changing amount of money if they see fit. Bobby has gone out. We've had Bobby on the show. Matter of fact, I'll bring Bobby back. He literally is guaranteed the price is going to be $16 in February. Think about this. Take my niece. She bought a 3-pack. Every 6 weeks or so, she gets about 1,000 coins. How much is that going to be worth at $16, right? 800-951-0592. Joe and Jason will be back after the break. 800-951-0592. That's the number to call if you want to sign up for TEXIT. Get in. We're here to partner with you. By the way, a couple of things. TEXIT got overwhelmed. Their customer service was stinky, just to put it nicely. They fixed it. They've hired, I don't even know now, something around the lines of 20 people now. They're responding to your questions. If you have issues, they're going to get it fixed. We're getting ready to have a meeting here in Phoenix. I'll give you details soon. Right? We're going to talk about how to get on TEXIT, how to buy the coin outright versus mining shares, getting on Coinbase, getting on Kraken, right? We got to get going. Bring your friends. How could he guarantee $16? That's crazy. It's just like I told you. This is all based on how fast the mine is growing. Based on that, we can do the math. We know exactly how much money is going to be in our liquidity coin. We know exactly how much money we can spend on the equipment. We know exactly how much we're going to spend on advertising. They know all of these things. And the funny part is they're way ahead of schedule. On the call this week, he mentioned $1,000. Very possible. Now, by February, no, right? But very possible. Why? Because they are going to build the biggest decentralized mine only in Texas. And I'm going to say this, only in the United States. Period. They already know they're going to be, if not the largest producer of Doge and Litecoin, right next to the largest. What does that do? Well, number one, it helps pay the bills, pay the power bills. Number two, it shows how big the mine is, because that's scale is what is important. And now they're going to have thousands of micro mines. They're going to have 9 mega mines. The first mega mine is coming in less than a month. And guess what? The month after that, there's going to be another one. And 2 months after that, another one. And 2 months after that, another one. That's how. That's how they know. They know what that's worth. And that's the biggest thing. Then the other thing, it's like multi-level. It's got to be a scam. This isn't multi-level. You know what? Listen, we've all done multi-level crap. Every month you got to pay, right? Oh, to get this, you got to spend more money or get people to buy. All as they do here, hey, if you want to bring other people, because they want people, they want miners. They want to be decentralized. They'll reward you. And here's the thing. You don't even have to take it in power. You can say, give me cash. Do you know if you signed up 2 9-packs, just 2, you could take $3,000 in cash? You could say, give me $3,000 worth of TEXIT coin. Or give it to me in hash. Right? Those are your options. They don't care. They don't restrict it. Well, how much TEXIT can I sell? Let's just say, Joe, I've got 100,000 coins and it's $16. I want to sell all 100,000. Are they going to let me? Yep. There's no restrictions. Right?
Yeah.
You control it. It's yours.
When this was introduced to me, and I talked about this more when we first brought it on. I was running the gold office at a Fort Lupton for a while, and I spent a portion of that time finding different ways. I was like, hey, I had a little extra time on my hands, more than I had because I wasn't running the radio station, and I was give me some time, right, Joe, and I'll look around for stuff. And I was looking, and I went into the crypto space way deeper than what we're doing here. This is a much better place. I wanted to know if I can go deep in the crypto space, if I could find assets and make the assets, perform. I was doing liquidity pools on the decentralized platforms and learning how to, work all kinds of different ways with cryptos. And I forgot half the stuff I learned because as soon as there's money to be made in anything you do. You can be, I always go back to before I joined Patriot. Joe came on the air one day and said that the guy that was buying the most gold and silver from Patriot was a drywall guy in Arizona. A drywall guy. Biggest buyer of gold and silver. So it doesn't really matter what you learn to do to make money. You got to be good at it to make money. And so in the crypto space, you can make a lot of money there, but it was taking too much time and effort. I was still doing radio shows. I was running the gold and silver company, and I just got out of it completely because what I was looking for, something that is manageable and didn't take up a lot of my time, didn't exist. It did exist as Bitcoin if I would have been involved in that 15 years ago, but I wasn't in it. So when, Bobby Gray and TEXIT Coin says this is your second chance at Bitcoin, that's how I see it. Mike Morris brought it to us. I brought it to Joe. Joe's not a crypto guy, but I gave the information to Joe, and Joe said, let's hit this immediately as fast as we can. Because once again, like I said earlier in the show, getting in as early as you can and as big as you can is the best way to do this, Joe, because we could be at the beginning of a huge uptick in the price, let's just say over the next year or two. It doesn't have to be at 16. It could go to 1,600, Joe.
800-951-0592. You can use that number by gold and silver. You can use that number to sign up for TEXIT. And but Joe, you get this information. I'm not going to get it. Yeah, you do. On your welcome, everyone that got that's already in has that welcome email. They used to call it the long read email. It has the link to Telegram right there. They put everything out there. Twice a week, Bobby has the Zoom call. He just tells you everything, shows you everything. It's awesome. Because credibility is what matters. People are looking for the doers out there. Can you give you an example? Do you know that Bobby was the very last person, Bobby Gray, who owns TEXIT? He was the very last speaker at Ron Paul's very last banking subcommittee meeting. And he talked about sound money. That's where Bobby's been in gold and silver industry for a long time. I know Bobby a long time. He's testified in front of Congress. You've heard the story. Made the original Bitcoin. Do you know that Ron Paul's going to be 90? Do you know who's going to be giving the toast at Ron Paul's 90th birthday party? Yeah, that's Bobby Gray. Yeah. So when I sit there and I tell you, listen, you guys trust me. You trust Jason, right, to give you the right information. I put in my trust in Bobby, and there's a reason why I'm doing it, and I think you guys need to get in on this. I don't care how you pay for it. You want to trade gold and silver for it? You want to put it on a credit card? You want to write a check? You want to pay cash? We don't care. But take a swing here. This has the potential to be something incredible, life-changing money. And here's the thing. If it hits, which is, by all accounts, look at what I just laid out for you. This thing's going to hit. If it hits, you get coins every day for 136 years.
It's pretty cool.
That's what's crazy.
It's pretty good.
Even, think about it, Joe, by the time the mine's all, I'm getting one coin a day. Yeah, well, what if the coin's $1,000?
Yep.
What if the coin's $10,000? How mad are you going to be?
Just imagine the coin at $300. One coin, $300.
$300 a day.
In 1 week, you get $2,100. That's not a bad week. You know, for one coin a day. Yeah, not a bad week. I'd say $8,400 a month if the coin's at 300. I know with the projections that TEXIT coin has put out there, I think it's at 5 years. Now it's very conservative, their projections, but it was $880 in a 5 year period. Basically, before 2030, 2029, $880.
By the way, just so you know, the coin's brand new. It's only been around a year and a half. We're still very early. But they've been making these predictions for a year now. Back when the coin was 2 cents. They've never missed. Never. 800-951-0592. And remember, we're going to help you. That's the other great part. We're doing it together. I'm learning with you guys. So's Jason. Be smart here. You better figure out there's a freight train of de-dollarization coming.